Can you guys actually believe that I'm out in the shop? And baby steps. I am taking baby steps. So we're going to get this fuel line right here replaced because there's two filters on it. And pardon the heater noise. The two filters that are on there are too big. So we're going to remove this fuel line. If I can get down there. I'm trying to feel better. I'm telling you guys, it is no fun. There we go. We got it. And I've got a new tool to show off. Got me a 7.5 inch pair of Knipex or Knipex pliers. I've been jonesing for a pair of these for a long time. And the quality of them is just as good as all the reviews are saying. They're just awesome. So I know that I love my channel locks. Don't get me wrong. My channel locks are the bomb. But we are evolving. Zippo is going to start switching out the the channel locks with Knipex. I'm going to have fuel going all over everywhere here. I have another wire tie, and I'm sure I put that on there. There we go. Yep, we got fuel going everywhere. Fuel is shut off, but these filters are full. So let me grab my pinchers real quick. Hang on. This is a neat little purchase that I made at the tractor show this year. So we'll pinch that off. Make sure it's not leaking. It is doing the job. Now I need to come over to the other side here and remove the fuel line from the other side. That's easy enough. I'm going to bring you guys over so you can see the whole deal going on here. All I did was just pulled it out so I could get to it. So let's find a place to clip this where I'm not going to be in the way and where I'm not finding good places. I'm out of practice, guys. You're going to have to forgive me here. Wow, that didn't work at all. Let's try again. Can you see how out of practice I am? Sorry about all this. Okay, that's good enough. So now all we're doing is taking this line off, then we'll just run a solid line right on through. Cut the filter. Alright, and then we're going to throw in a correct small 300 micron filter, which is made for small engines. These big filters like this, these big can filters, they're not made for small engines. They get air gaps in them, cause vapor locks and all kinds of fun, happy stuff. And I sure hope the audio's alright with the heater on. Free, and I'll keep these Knipex on here to hold on to that. We have no good way to get that out. I can get it. Alright, we're just going to lose all the gas. That's all there is to it. I just slung gas all over my phone. It's alright. It's waterproof, so maybe it's also fuel proof. I'm going to keep these clips. They're in good shape. One. I'm not going to use that clip. I'll use this one. Let's see, 1, 2, I need 3 altogether. So I'll take this one. There's my last one that I need right there. But this was the last thing on the list for the 7118. And then of course taking care of the deck and getting the deck on, or getting the deck roller done. So that one on there. We'll fish this line on through, which will go through a whole lot easier than that line with all those big filters on them. I really like those nip bags. That's a problem with sitting idle and not being able to get out to the shop, is you tend to do a lot of unnecessary shopping, which I did. So, and while I got you guys here, when I first came out, hang on guys, I gotta pause you. Alright, sorry about that. I am going to move the camera again. I should have done it before, but we'll try to make this one as painless as possible. That ought to do okay. So I've got my fuel line here, and I want this fuel filter try to make sure that he can get to the shutoff. So let me move this back over a little. I'm gonna get that fuel filter right about there. So we'll get my Craftsman handy cuts out, my go-to. And these fuel filters, I was going to talk about the Goldwing, but these fuel filters have arrows on them which tell you the flow. So let me show you here. I don't know how well you're going to see it, but it says flow. So I need to make sure that the fuel goes in that direction. So that's simply, I need to turn the camera up a little bit. Now you can see me. So the flow goes that way, and that's the direction we want to go. So let's get our clamp on the hose. We'll shove that little feller right on up in there. Got a nice long neck on it too. Here, I'm going to steal some oil out of the engine. I don't know if you see that. Just going to slick that up a little bit. It's going on kind of tight. Okay, so this is pretty much standard. Make sure it's going in the right direction. And while I'm doing this, I will talk about the Goldwing. When I first came out, I wanted to do a compression test to see if I even want to mess with repairs on the GL1000, and as bad luck would have it, that didn't work out so well. I have three cylinders that are within 5 psi of one another. And then I have one cylinder that's only putting out 50 psi. So I have three that are putting out between 120, 125. And then all I'm doing over here is taking another clamp off. I was short of myself one clamp. I guess I can just cut that line, make it easier on me. I'll bring it over here so you see what I'm doing. I need another clamp, and I shorted myself. Here we go. But the GL has one hurt cylinder, and I don't know how hurt it is. And I also noticed a puddle of antifreeze under the left side as you're sitting on the bike, and that told me that it was, I think I can use this section of fuel line right here instead of cutting my other length. I think I'll do that. Trying to stay on point and still let you know what I'm doing here at the same time. Yeah, it looks like it's long enough. A lot of you might ask, Zippo, why didn't you do that when you put the engine in? Well, I wanted to make sure the install went all right and that everything was copacetic, so everything was. So So now we get this fuel line in and we should have no fuel delivery problems whatsoever. But back to the GL. That one cylinder that was down to 50 psi, and it may just be stuck rings. It's really hard telling what it is. So after I determined that, I only spent about 30 minutes on it. I'm kind of anxious, you know, it's a new toy. So then I also came out and I pulled all of the drain plugs out of the fuel bowls on the carburetors, and one of them just poured rust out of it. Just a powdery, rusty material. So one carburetor out of the 4 is getting fuel. The rest of them are not getting fuel. Hi guys, yeah, I've got my earmuffs on. I was just outside moving the Jeep. And I hope I'm talking loud enough over the heater. Did we get everything done? We got clamps on everything. Everything's good. You can still get the fuel shut off. Yes, get the fuel shut off. So let's turn the fuel on and start this puppy up. What do you think? You guys game for that? I know I am. I want to hear this thing rumble. So hang on. And obviously it hasn't been started since the last time I shot the video. I just have really been just feeling like crap. But anyway, I digress. Let us pull the choke. Turn the key. I heard the fuel solenoid go. I better turn the fuel on. Look at the back of my head, sorry about that. Okay, fuel is on. Make sure we got enough fuel in here. Yeah, we should be alright. There should already be fuel in the carburetor. Let's see what happens. Ready? Now I am. Let's go. Sean, that is just an awesome sound right there. That is just a fantastic motor. Fantastic. I know I've been talking 7 minutes this section. I don't know how long I talked before, but I'm envious. I mean, yeah, I did the work, but it'd have been nice if I was doing the work on my own tractor. Know what I mean? But the 7118 is officially done. And tell me in the comments if you want me to go ahead and take your 7116 stickers off, put the 7118s on. Be happy to do it. Then we just got a few things to do to the loader tractor. I already told them a lot of the hoses have to be replaced. Now let's go over and take a quick look at the GL. See, it's got all of its, everything's on it. Looks like a complete motorcycle. And I did get it to fire. So I know that it will run, but I didn't want to run it on that one cylinder being down so low. So it's either a valve adjustment or rings. We'll see which it is. But you'll see here, 120 psi there, 115 here, the other side, 120 there, and 50 there, with an unhappy face. So, I've got very little in it, and I think there's been another one I've been looking at. It's turnkey. a recycle place down in Indianapolis and sell this to him, and I'll make that one with I don't know if I showed you guys, this was thrown in with the gold wing. It's a goofy purple lowrider with a banana seat. Kind of weird looking. Lots of rust on it. But I thought it was cool, so I asked him to throw it in. So, at any rate, that is it, guys. This is your, and I know the microphone was backwards, and I hope the audio was good. I'm sore. I've only been out here, I don't know, about an hour and a half. I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do, but we got the 7118 done, finished, complete, ready to work. And that was my goal. And it, you know, it wasn't much, just switching that fuel line out, but sitting around like I've been doing, my muscles have atrophied. In other words, have gotten weak. So my left hip has, you know, been giving me a bunch of crap, and I know this is going to be a longer video, so those of you guys that like to listen to me babbling, I did do a little bit of work. I brought out another one of my canes. And that one was actually a 55-gallon tank pump nozzle that went down into the tank to siphon the fuel up. Ha ha. You can find uses for a bunch of stuff. Now, the last thing I gotta do before I end this video, and since I've been doing some babbling here, I know it's not exactly like it was requested, but it will be at least close. So hang on just a second here. Let me get the camera clamped down. We got that. Hang on, guys. Okay, so what I'm supposed to do is sit here and babble for 5 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. I am right outside the shop door. And while I'm talking, I'm feeding the squirrels peanuts, Robert. They're salted. Somebody assaulted them. But there you go. And I think I'm going to eat some of them for myself too, if that's all right with you, Robert. I know that you've been pestering me about getting those peanuts out. Let's pan down so you can see them. Peanuts. Get your peanuts. My neighbors think I'm nuts. So there's the peanuts. Guys, friendly neighborhood Zippo. I finally did get out to the shop. I know a lot of you have been waiting on that and wishing me well wishes. Stiff as a board. I've got to go this afternoon yet and go get some more imaging done. I'm tired of getting images done on this hip, but they're also going to take a look at my neck because it's been giving me quite a bit of issues. So the worst surgery I ever had, here, peanuts, the worst surgery I ever, here, Robert, peanuts, the worst surgery I ever had. I just want to be clear about something. There's the peanuts. All right, are we clear? When I had my spinal fusion in my neck, that was the worst surgery I have ever had. The recovery was brutal. And I've had a lot of surgeries. So I'm really dreading what the doctors may end up saying is what I think it'll be, which is those vertebrae are going to have to be fused above and below the existing fusion, and that's typical. Over years, you're using the upper and lower vertebrae and discs a lot more because of the two fused vertebrae being static. So anyway, peanuts. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. I'm finally out in the shop. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will absolutely do my best to get back out into the shop more often, but I can't push myself. So, Sean, if you want to come pick up the 7118, let me know. We'll set up a time. You can come out and grab it and take it around the yard. It's going to be really, really cold this weekend, so I'll leave it entirely up to you. That's it. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. If you would please, if you're not subscribed, it just takes a second and it really helps my channel out. Hit that red subscribe button, and then right beside it's a little bell icon. You tap on that, it will notify you every time I post a video. And also, a thumbs up also helps my channel. It pushes my videos closer to the top in suggestions. So that's all I got to say. Friendly Neighborhood Zippo. I promise you guys I will be on the next one. I know this was a long one. I hope you all enjoyed the babble and the update and a little bit of work. We'll see you later. I'm out.